Now let me ask some specific questions of Ms. Shama Mohammed. One, if, as Mr. Singhvi said, that this is a vendetta politics, the court has said that Young Indians was a special purpose vehicle, and that finding has not been discarded by any other higher court. Is the court doing vendetta politics? Two, if their intention was just to help AJL, why was the shareholding of AJL, 1,000+ shares, sent over to YI, which had only two shareholders majorly, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, and it was objected to by whom? By Shanti Bhushan and Markandeya Kaju. Number three, if this was the case, then why was it that in the IT reassessment order, now he said that there is no offence, IT also came out with an order and it was challenged in the High Court and Supreme Court, and it has not given relief so far to them. Four, if the Congress wanted to waive off the loan and do some charity work for AJL, they could have waived off AJL's loan of 90 crores. They transferred it to YI, gave the entire ownership of the property and the shareholding to YI, and then waived the loan. Did they take permission of the Congress donors? Please don't interrupt. Please don't interrupt.
I'm not going to let you. Shama Mohammed must first answer the politics. We need to focus for now on the politics. Shama Mohammed, Sonia Gandhi is being questioned. Let's assume she's being harassed, as Abhishek Manu Singhvi claimed, that you don't need such extensive interrogation. Either way, that is the process of law. You have to submit to it. Narendra Modi was also questioned by the SIT more than a decade ago for several hours on end. Sharad Pawar was questioned by the ED. I didn't see this kind of mass protest, staging dharnas on the road. Why not just allow the law to take its own course? The more you do it, the optics seem as if the Congress wants to interfere with the process of law.
Rajdeep, let's remember one very important thing.
Please focus on my question.
I'm focusing on your question. The SIT was constituted by the Supreme Court and the High Court. It was not done by the Congress party or the UPA. Let's understand that very clearly. Here the ED is basically sent by Amit Shah and Modi and nobody else.
Is that a fact? Is that a fact?
No, 1 minute.
Is that a fact, Rajdeep?
No, not at all. Just relax.
I did not interrupt vomiting. He was just vomiting things which nobody understood. He was just going on rattoing. So let me...
A legal illiterate like you won't understand.
Ma'am, just a minute. Please focus on my question, Shama Mohammed.
So,
there is no evidence that the ED was sent by Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. That is your impression, your perception.
Can I speak? You did not interrupt him.
Please go ahead.
Now, yes, this case started in 2012. The High Court, in fact, threw it out in 2014. The ED also had closed it. They transferred the person who was heading the ED and got a new person. And they were quiet for the last 8 years. Suddenly, they just opened it. You know, that itself shows that it's vendetta. Number two, yesterday we asked permission to go to Rajghat and do a peaceful protest. And that is our right, Rajdeep. In a democracy, we all have the right to protest. Why did not the Narendra Modi government or the Bharatiya Janata Party allow us to peacefully protest? Now today morning, I went into my office when I was getting both sides of the Akbar Road were closed. For what? And then when I had to go in, they asked me, they looked at a list, the police, and said, you know, your name is there or not. So normal workers cannot go. Those whose names were there could go in. I got into the Karyalaya, I got into the AICC. After that, when I wanted to leave, when I got out of the gate, they arrested me. On what basis have they arrested you? We didn't do anything.
Ma'am, my limited point to you, you're not... Across the nation, several politicians, senior people, VIPs at times, businessmen are interrogated, questioned by the ED. There aren't protests outside the office of the Enforcement Directorate or on the streets. Allow the law to take its own course. If Sonia Gandhi is innocent, the law will prove it. What is it about the Congress party that... Because I'll tell you what, the optics are that, as was suggested in a way by Mr. Poonawalla here, that there's an entitled privilege that no one can question the Gandhi family.
So did Mrs. Gandhi not, did she protest? She's gone there for the questioning. Mrs.
So
Gandhi
why are you protesting? She's very happy to go. Why are you all protesting?
The protest is part of what has not been allowed also inside Parliament. I think Rahulji also said very clearly, we can't just discuss the increase in the GST, 5% increase. We can't discuss price rise. We can't discuss Agnipak. We cannot discuss the falling rupee. So they're not allowing us to talk in Parliament. They just suspend MPs. We've been waiting for it. And you know what is the reasoning given? Because Nirmala Sitharaman is got COVID and she's not there. Let me ask Shehzad Poonawalla, during the farm bills, who was there? Was the agriculture minister?
Why do you need to, ma'am? That is a Parliament issue. I asked you, why do you need to be on the street? Why, if Sonia Gandhi is ready to appear before the Enforcement Directorate, why do you need to be on the street?
That is what this protest is also on a larger scale on what is happening inside the parliament. You're not understanding it. So,
I'm sorry, Congress, at the moment the impression is the Congress is protesting because they are protesting against the ED. This is a protest against the ED.
Gandhi, this is basically harassment. Like I said, the scheduled offense. He spoke about the scheduled offense. When there's a scheduled offense, only the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, ED, can act. But they haven't shown us the scheduled offense. For example, he says there is a scheduled offense. Now, I want to see the FIR. Can Shehzad, Poonawalla show me the FIR, please? No FIR till now, Rajdeep. Please ask him why.
Okay.
Now, Rajdeep, I hope you will give me...
Just a minute, Shehzad, hold the horses.
Because there cannot be money laundering.
Okay, Shama Mohammed, you made your point.